As we go on the air at noon, we continue our coverage of storm destruction in St. Louis. Thousands of lives have been turned upside down since an EF3 tornado ripped through communities from Forest Park to North St. Louis. Thanks for being here at noon. I'm Kay Quinn. The community is coming together to help those left homeless by the storm. They're also helping pick up the pieces and debris. Here's what we know. 2 confirmed tornadoes tore through St. Louis Friday afternoon, leaving 5 dead, more than 3 dozen injured, and 5,000 buildings damaged. Power is still out for thousands. Just in the last hour, Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe announced an emergency declaration that makes $5 million in emergency money immediately available to the state. It also paves the way for a full disaster declaration. That will come after FEMA conducts a survey later this week. If you want to help, there are several resources. The American Red Cross has opened shelters in St. Louis. The following locations have room: the Friendly Temple Outreach Center and the 12th and Park Recreation Center. Those are able to help people who have no shelter. We have a full list of places you can donate on ksdk.com. Text the word STORM to 314-425-5355. We'll send that link straight to your phone. And 5 on Your Side is partnered with the United Way to help families impacted by the storm. Every dollar stays right here in our community. Just scan the QR code on your screen to donate. More challenges are on the way. We are once again in a weather impact alert. Another major storm expected to move into the area later today. Let's get right to meteorologist Jim Castillo. He's here with the forecast.
Yeah, Kay, so we all have storm fatigue and we're all on edge. And so when you hear that thunder, they're now starting to hear in the Metro East, a new cell just popped up. We're not expecting this severe weather until we get into the evening hours. So some thunderstorms, we'll watch these as we get into the afternoon hours, but that atmosphere is very unstable. And with as much sunshine as we're seeing, especially in the Metro East, that just adds fuel to the storm energy here. So thunderstorms also popping up northern Pike County. We will watch these. Let me zoom into the ones in the Metro East. So Belleville, Mascoutah, and again, you might be hearing a rumble of thunder right around the Belleville area. So again, not severe, but maybe some downpours already as we get into the noon hour. And downtown St. Louis, we're seeing a lot of clouds, some sunshine mixing in. Same with Cuba, and again, more sun. That means we have more instability. So Highland, Illinois, we're seeing a lot of sunshine and then more clouds around the Farmington area. So we'll be keeping our eyes on that. Then we have low pressure to our west, and of course that warm front, and the position of that warm front is also going to be a big factor as we get into Monday's forecast. It goes north and comes closer to the St. Louis area. So we do have a severe weather threat today at 6 p.m. until 3 a.m. is our thinking on the timing on that. All hazards are possible. We are not expecting long track tornadoes like we had on Friday, but a tornado is a tornado, and we have a chance of seeing that. We have red on here. That's around Springfield, Joplin, and also Branson. That's where you could see those EF2s or even stronger, a higher risk of that. And then also watching our western counties, level 3 out of 5 in Herman and also around the Phelps County area in Rolla. Then we have St. Louis to Farmington, and then look at that yellow area has expanded all the way to Clay County now, so that now includes the Clay County area. Tornado risk, it is there. It's not zero, but that thatched area you see to the west, well, that's where they're going to see some probably very strong tornadoes. Much more on our forecast coming up, Kay.
Okay, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you, Jim. It has been, needless to say, a challenging few days for our city. We continue today's coverage with a resource center for parents and students in the St. Louis Public School District. The destruction hit just days from the end of the school year. Let's get to 5 on Your Side, Sydney Stallworth. She is live from Soldan High School. Sydney?
Okay, that's exactly right. You know what? It has been a challenge for everyone in the St. Louis Public Schools family. That's because the superintendent has let us know there's limited access to bus transportation for students. And I'm going to give you a look at why. Take a look behind me. Now, we are not far from here from Soldan High School, just a couple of blocks away. And I want to give you a look at what we're seeing in the road. We have a number of power poles down, large tree trunks. And if you look at the homes behind, you can see the extreme damage that we're seeing in this area. We know that's not a unique situation either at this point. I want to show you this. This is something that absolutely caught our attention. We had to pull over and give you a look at this destruction that we see here just beyond us. Community members have some tents up, passing out food and other resources. I got to tell you, for some families, school, unfortunately, was the last thing on their mind as they try to recover from the damage to their homes and their cars. SLPS is offering some help right now. I actually just came from the resource. I want to give you some video that we shot when we were just at this amazing resource center that they set up downtown. Go ahead and take a look. This is a community outreach fair that SLPS has set up for families who've been impacted by Friday's tornadoes. It's still happening right now. You can go to the SLPS central office downtown on 11th Street. They have food, hygiene supplies there, clothes for the kids, options for help for families trying to recover. The Little Bit Foundation was out there. They donated supplies, and the superintendent told me personally a Walmart truck is expected to deliver even more this afternoon. Now, I want to give you some really important information now. If you're a parent, what's going on with SLPS schools? Here are the 3 latest updates you need to know. Number 1, the district says its main bus depot was damaged. A lot of roads still impassable. That means if your child normally rides a bus, you may need to work to find some alternative transportation from them. Minutes ago, we learned some of the buses did show up to the stops today, but not all of them. Number 2, school is in session, but 12 schools will be rerouted to other campuses. I'm going to show you which one or tell you more about that in just a little bit. And number 3, we know a lot of families lost everything in the storm, guys, including food. So it's very important to note that the SLPS schools that are open right now are serving breakfast and lunch on campus until the last day of school, which is Thursday. Again, like I mentioned, we are not far. We are off of Kate's, which is just a couple blocks away from Soldan High School. I was just down there. Some of those windows in front of the building completely blown in from the force of the storm. Now, if you're wondering if your child's school is open, I have to tell you, we have the list of all of the schools that are affected by the tornado up right now on ksdk.com. Made it easy for you. It's right there on the homepage. Go ahead and take a look. And of course, please stay safe. That's the very latest from not far from Soldan. I'm Sydney Stallworth, 5 on your side.
All right, thank you, Sydney. The St. Louis Zoo is open today. It was closed over the weekend so crews could clean up debris left from the storm. Some attractions remain closed, including the Emerson Zoo Line Railroad and the Butterfly Wing. They'll be closed for at least a few more days. The zoo sustained extensive tree damage during Friday's storm. One hard-hit building is the Delhaven Manor. It's a nursing facility. Residents there have been evacuated as cleanup and recovery efforts continue. That's where we find Walker Lawson. Walker, what's going on there?
Well, guys, we are down here on Enright Avenue. We moved just a little bit further to the west just to get a better scope of the damage that we're seeing out here right now. And so just so you can see, people are trying to clean up and get things together. But again, we have that possibility of storms today where there's residents that have roofs still lying on the ground. And as for the power outages, obviously we've seen a lot of power outages, and you can see why. These lines behind me have just been completely ripped down and are hanging on the ground. Now again, we're staying away from them because we have been warned that they're active. But we've also noticed one of the biggest things is that most cars here, we had a guy who spoke to us earlier that said 3 of his cars were totaled and he had to have them towed away. So just showing you the magnitude of what people are seeing out here and how they're impacted. We're going to pan over because there are also groups trying to clean up out here this afternoon. They've gotten a lot of the debris out of the roadways, but you can just see the magnitude of this storm. Looking at this home right in front of us, we were able to see right into the top floor of this home. You can see there's a lamp up there. So this is going to be a long road ahead, and residents on this side of town that we spoke to earlier said they're very concerned because of the potential with rain, and they can't even get tarps up onto their homes. And so they're very concerned about what's going to come ahead in the coming days. Of course, there is just a lot of cleanup and a lot of recovery still to come in this area, and concerns from people here with the potential of rain, of course, with severe weather in this area.
All right, that was 5 on your side's Walker Larson reporting. Thank you so much.